Individuals with disabilities are a part of every community. Chances are that you've met someone with disabilities at the gym, at your job, or somewhere along your daily journey. You probably haven't thought about where they live, who helps them, and how independent they are. We're going to look a little bit deeper at these important things by glimpsing into the lives of some pretty amazing people. Robin works 2 jobs, owns her own condominium, has her own car, enjoys working out, and fun time spent with friends. Robin has autism.
I work at Publix in the Y, and I'm a cashier at Publix and scanning cards at the Y, and I've been there at Publix for like 20 years. I work 2 jobs because I need to pay for all my bills. I've owned my home for 11 years. My dad helps me clean the condo and vacuum, and my mom helps me do stuff when I'm not too sure about something paying the bills.
I really hadn't had the concept of Robin buying her own home. It was her support coordinator that suggested it to me, so we made it a goal. And as time went on, she kept pressing me on it, and she gave me a phone number to call. And Robin had her own home within 3 months, and 10 years later, this is where she's at. Robin and I got involved in Residential Options of Florida because I liked what they stood for. I like what they're doing. Where you make a phone call, you get someone that helps you, and this is going to be in rural and urban. It's going to be all over the state of Florida. You have choices, and the individuals have choices. Robin lives 2 miles from us. I can't imagine how difficult it could have been for both of us if she'd have been 40 miles away.
The mission of ROOF is to empower individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities to successfully obtain and maintain affordable and inclusionary housing of their choice. Whether that's owning a home, living with roommates, or renting an apartment, every individual has the right to live a life of independence.
Just like anyone else, they take pride in their home ownership. They take pride in decorating their homes, having their things, choosing what they want, choosing their own groceries, what they're going to eat, what they're going to wear that day. Just like anybody else, it gives them a sense to have their own sense of self, their own freedom, their own independence, and grow.
A Kindle table, CP, I do fun, I do bowling. I just like living in my own apartment.
What I hoped to do when I got involved with ROOF is be someone who could help mold and shape the process so that the issues, concerns, and fears that a lot of people with disabilities have as it relates to advocacy in general, but in this case with housing, that they're addressed in a real way so that we're part of the fabric of not only the conversation, but of the organization as a whole.
It's the individual's choice, and parents need to support their individual. And I learned to do that. I learned to stop being a mommy and to respect her as an adult. They do have the right to make their own choices, and then they have to live with the circumstances of what those choices were. A lot of families give up, and they don't want to give their individual hope for something that they may not succeed in. I could never have done this alone. I would never have done it alone.
Full inclusion of people with disabilities into schools, the workforce, and communities is the cornerstone of a good and safe quality of life. By developing meaningful relationships with friends, peers, families, and fellow citizens, people with disabilities will live a full and rewarding life. Isn't that what we all deserve? Help share and support the vision of ROOF that every community in Florida will have an abundance of housing choices that meet the needs of individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Visit the website to learn more about Residential Options of Florida and get involved in the important work we're doing.